Today I'm going to show you some posture exercises. Posture is the most important thing to keeping your spine healthy and therefore your nervous system healthy, since the nerves come out of the central nervous system by way of the spine. And so you want to keep your nerves free, you want to keep yourself healthy, you want to keep yourself from getting too much arthritis in your neck, pain in your neck and your back. So I'm going to show some posture exercises right now. First thing we're going to do is work on the rhomboids, which are the muscles between the shoulder blades. So I'm going to teach now an exercise that's going to contract, bring together these muscles. And it looks like goalposts. So we're going to put our arms up. Maybe we can face the camera here. And we're just going to go up and down. So keep your arms right in front of your ears like that. And then up and down. And you can see how she's kind of like between, as if she's between two panes of glass. She doesn't want to have her arms forward or back. So this, and we can feel this. If you turn around while you're doing it, I can show where a person would feel it. She can feel it right here. Can you see my fingers? My fingers are not moving, but her shoulder blades are moving. And that's exactly what's supposed to happen, and she's feeling it right here. So it's not a shoulder exercise, but rather it's a rhomboid, or between the shoulder blades exercise, so that then those muscles can pull the body back. The other side of that, of course, is the pectoralis muscles, the chest muscles. So we want to stretch those and strengthen or contract the rhomboids. So the way that we're going to stretch the pectoralis muscles, or we call them the pecs, is that we're going to have our arm up here like this, and then I'm going to square her up. So she's nice and square here, okay? And now she's just going to be pulled forward as if I'm pulling on her shirt, just like that. And there's a little less of a turn and just of a pull forward. Now, can you feel that right in here? Okay, so it's like this. Good. And then we'll switch places and do the opposite one. And it's very nice to do it in a doorway like this, because that you put your elbow right at shoulder level and your hand right above it. And then we're just going to lean a little forward from here, right from here. Okay? So forward, and this comes forward like that, just a little bit until you can feel this. And there are a couple of other varieties of this. If you want to get higher on the pecs, closer to the clavicle, you bring your elbow down just a tiny bit. And it's a little lower. Do you feel it? Or it's a little higher, rather. And then if you want to go up with your elbow, just not even that much, then you'll feel it lower. We also, for posture, interestingly enough, it's the legs that we're going to stretch next. So we're going to move over to a chair over here. We're just going to put our foot up on here. And with a slight bend in the knee, we're going to square ourselves right up. Now you'll want to bring your knee out to about hip level, hip width, so that you're nice and stable. And we just lean from the hips, lean forward as if it's a big board from the hips to the head. There's nothing like this is necessary. It's just be up straight and lean forward, and you feel a nice stretch back here in the back of the thigh. And if you bend your knee, it'll feel a little bit different. Just a little bit of a bend in the knee. Good. Okay, and of course we'll do our other one. We'll do the other one, and you can see my knee's a little more bent than Carolyn's is. And if you straighten your foot out, you'll get a better, yeah, there you go. And bring your foot forward a little. You want your hips nice and square to the chair. Okay, right there, good. To get really straight with my back, and just a little bit of a lean. And people say, oh, I can only go this far. That's as far as you can go. That's good. Okay, so that's the hamstring stretch. We're sitting so much that our hamstrings and our quadriceps end up getting short. So now we're going to stretch the quadriceps muscles, which are the muscles on the front of the legs. And Carolyn's a dancer, so she doesn't need to hold on as much as I do. You're perfectly free to if you want to. And I'm just going to lift my back leg, just lift the leg, and let the hip drop. And it's such a good feeling. Probably when you're first starting this, of course, you want to hold on to a wall or something nice and stable. And this feels wonderful. And it just kind of goes a little closer and a little closer to your butt. And it's just a really important and wonderful stretch. Probably when you're first starting this, of course, you want to hold onto a wall or something nice and stable. You can see that Carolyn is doing this holding on with 2 hands, and I'm holding on to something with my 1 hand. So whatever works for you, make sure your balance is very good. Now Carolyn, if you bring that knee forward just a little bit toward the other one and be up straighter. All right, there you go. Now you can actually stretch your chest and contract your back at the same time, and you have a really nice stretch. There we go. Now, there's one more, and this is not something that people think of very often, but it's very important to keep the calf muscles stretched out. People who have tight calf muscles often end up with tightness in their back. They could end up with back pain, they could end up with neck pain, they could end up with headaches, and so we want to keep the whole back of the body nice and long. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just put one foot in front of the other. And again, see how Carolyn's kind of lined up? We don't necessarily want that. We want it hip, we want a nice balance. So have your feet a little farther apart and then just bring one of them forward. That's exactly right. Doesn't that feel a little more balanced? And you can see how wonderful her posture is. And you just kind of bring your hips forward and go down a little bit like that. Can you feel that in your calf and the back? We're feeling this in the calf and the back. Now, one very, very important thing is don't ever let that front knee go in front of its toes. So do you see how beautiful this is? It's nice and up and down straight, 90 degrees from the floor. We never want this knee to go in front of those toes when you're doing squats, when you're doing exercises, when you're doing lunges, and when you're doing this sort of a lunge type of stretch. The reason for that is to protect the knee. All right, let's do the other one. Oh boy, mine is tight. My goodness, my left one is tighter than my right one. I can feel that. And she just automatically got in the right position. And can you see how she's kind of reminding herself with her hands to hold her belly in and hold her posture up nice and upright. So these are things that I would really encourage you to do. Chiropractors love seeing their patients on a maintenance basis. We want to see you when you're feeling really well. We don't like it when you get injured. So keep yourself from getting injured by doing these wonderful stretches, and come and see us on a maintenance basis. Come and see us once a week, once a month, once every 2 months, whatever your particular maintenance schedule is. Your chiropractor can help you figure that out. And if you're liking what you see and you're in our area, give us a call or comment below, and I can help you find somebody in your area.